90% of most people's problems are money. Think about that. Welcome back to the channel. Just thinking about that fact right there. Like, that's how I feel about my life. Like, 90% of my problems are money. If I had the money, I'd be living good right about now. I wouldn't have worries. I wouldn't have to be out here running around all day. I wouldn't be stressed out, frustrated. I'd have a nice place to live, a nice car, beautiful girl, maybe some kids, all that stuff comes with money. When you think about it, you boil it down. So it's like a big problem for a lot of people, for a lot of men. They can't get the status to get the attractive woman, or they're socially awkward. Could be another problem, and they're not as attractive. There's that it's a big factor. But I think I have some attraction. I have enough attraction. I just don't have the status. I can still probably pull women. I'm just not trying hard enough either, because I've had money. I can get money, but I'm still struggling. So people look at me funny because I'm struggling. I don't have a lot of things. People judge you no matter what. They will judge you no matter what. People are gonna judge you, bro. That's what I didn't take serious for a long time. I didn't realize anything. Because people say it doesn't matter, you shouldn't care what people think, but the world judges people based on looks and status, and it's kind of important. It's kind of important to fit into the world, and not to let it get to you too much, but it's important a little bit. It's a little important because you gotta have status to have influence, to have a little bit of respect and power to keep women happy, and have money to keep them comfortable, keep both of y'all comfortable, keep the relationship comfortable too, because I don't know, it's like 75% of relationships or marriages fall apart because of money. So it's hard to get money too. It's hard to make money. It's hard to find a good opportunity to make good money. For me, for some people, they're just great. They go to it like a fish to water, but it's funny how life is hard. For a lot of people, it's hard out here. They're struggling. They're just getting by. They're doing gig work and whatever they can do to survive. They're working 2 jobs, sharing houses, sharing apartments, moving in together, and so a lot of these people's problems are like 90% money too. Like, if we didn't have such big money problems, a lot of people would be living good. If housing wasn't so expensive, fuel wasn't so expensive. Like, our incomes can stay the same, but if everything got cheap, if housing got cheap, and fuel got cut in half, housing prices or rental prices got cut in half, and the cost to buy a house got cut in half, everything would be totally different. We would be going back to like the 90s and 2000s. Everything was simple, a lot simpler time. It was a lot easier living. I didn't take things serious back then like I should have, because I thought it would be like that for a long time. I didn't think they were going to monopolize housing and the cost of living and just keep choking us with it. Keep doing that to us. But housing market crashed because they were trying to do too much with it. They got greedy. And so it's funny, 90% of your problems are money, and to figure out a way to fix that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to my goal of making a bunch of money, because there's such a big polarity to it. People that have a bunch of money live lavish lives, and it's like, what do I got to do to get that? It's possible. It's all possible. It's like you want to live that dream, you want to try to shoot for that type of life, because it's possible. And there's, the people all the way at the bottom down here homeless right now. I just seen a family out here. Looks like they're people out here that are making tons of money, living in penthouses and stuff. They're making $1 million a year, some crazy stuff. So you can end up on each side of the spectrum. So there is hope in that aspect. Like you can turn it all around and get to the other side. That's what I'm trying to work towards. I'm kind of at the bottom right now. I'm like one step away from being out there homeless. But I feel like I'm sophisticated enough to pull myself back out of it. At least have a place to live and at least have a couple things. I don't feel like I'd be down and out too long. I've been down and out and I've been doing alright, but I want to get to that next level, upper echelon, the place where, the high rollers are the people with money to live good, to live comfortably, to not have to work all the time, to not always be going, working for somebody else. I want to make that move to not have to work for somebody else, because if you think about it, no matter what you do out here for work, you're working for somebody else. You don't have none of your time is free. You're like a modern day slave. You're just working to pay bills. You're not working, and you don't even want to work. You're just out here working to survive. So it's like slavery in a way. But if you had the money and you only had to work a few hours a week, you would rather want to do that. So I don't know who would rather do that. But that's the goal now, to get to that spot. And I'm trying to document my journey because I'm coming along. I got a little bit of hope that I can get to that spot. I've seen other people do it. It's feasible, it's doable, it's possible. It's going to take time, so you got to be patient. You got to work the system. And I've tried a bunch of different things. It didn't quite go the way I wanted, but I'm on that path and I'm hoping to get there. So if you want, you can follow me, subscribe, follow my channel, and you can follow my journey. And I'm thinking I might make it there within a year or two. So we'll see. We're gonna see. I'm kind of excited, got a little bit of hope, but all right. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next.